Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, you guys. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Happy Father's Day to you all. And for those who no longer, your fathers are no longer here, I send my condolences and my hugs and loves to you guys. I know Mother's Day and Father's Day and holidays are not always good days. I try to always go live on holidays to give for those people who have told me in the past. It distracts me for a little while. So I don't take that lightly. So I just wanted to say that before we get started. What's up? What's up, Happen? Hey, So Deb, what's up, boo? Quake, hey girl, not a good day for me. I'm going to escape in some videos. It's my dad's first birthday since see, I didn't even read that before I said what I just said. Happen, you know, I'm definitely sending you big old hugs, boo, big old hugs. And I'm sorry for that. Netwit said this is the first Father's Day. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, I hope, you know, I know it's cliche and I know it's easier said than done, but you know, try to hold on to the good times, the happy times, you know. But I know I can't wrap my brain around it, so I know. Okay, so we're gonna send y'all some special loves and hugs. And I got 2 hours. Well, I have a double header for you. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go straight into Heart and Hustle Houston. Okay, and then we'll be back tonight for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not sure how early. I don't know what time I'm gonna get home. I usually try to do a tribe meeting on holidays, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to because I slept in, child. My intention was to get up earlier, but I didn't get home until late last night. I slept in. Okay. Look, I hadn't even finished watching Belle Collective or Heart and Hustle Houston, so that's another reason why I'm coming in late because I had to get up this morning and finish watching them. So I'm so sorry, you guys. Hugs, you guys. But let's get into this episode of the Real House. I mean, this ain't the Real Housewives of nothing. Lord have mercy. This is Heart and Hustle Houston. Listen. No, it's not. Dang, my brain is all messed up. This is not Heart and Hustle Houston. This is Belle Collective. Can I tell y'all something? I'm gonna just be honest and tell y'all something. This episode got on my nerves. The whole episode got on my nerves. It just did. It was a lot of things in this episode that irritated me. There was some, I caught a lie here or there. I need y'all to be better. And if y'all gonna make up a storyline, I need y'all to be more congruent in how you tell us the story. Because I catch stuff. I don't catch everything, but I catch stuff. And what I don't catch, y'all catch. And then we catch it together. They coerced you into doing this, like Marie said. Right. They coerced me, child. And then Trees repeated it like it was right. Child. Listen. I'm trying to post on my I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, so with that being said, let's get into it. I'm sorry. So we start this episode off. We have Leticia in the car talking to Glenn. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Y'all know how I feel. I told y'all know how I feel. What's up, Cajun? Oh, Cajun, I need to talk to you. Seriously, I need to talk to you. I was going to call you yesterday, but like I said, I just had a busy day. I'm going to hit you up. Oh, thank you, Cajun. I have to process. Tawana made a payment, and I got to process her payment. Thank you for reminding me. And I gotta call you. So, Cajun, if I don't call you, if I don't call you when I get off of these lives, text me to remind me. I just gotta tell you something. So, anyway, sorry, y'all. I know I gotta say stuff when I think about it. Lord Jesus. So we started. So anyway, listen. This whole situation with Leticia and Glenn, and Glenn, the blindsiding of the I talked to an attorney and all of that. Listen, Leticia is 100% justified in her feelings about Glenn and her feelings about Selena and the collective, right? She's 100% justified for two reasons. Reason number one, Glenn was like, well, you always going and you always talking to people without coming to me. But she comes to you. Now, she may not come to you first. And I'm not even mad at her for not coming to you first, because if she comes to you first, you're going to try to talk her out of it. You're going to try to convince her not to do it. You're going to try to gaslight her into why you got to go talk to somebody about a post up. You see what he's doing now? Oh, well, if you're talking to somebody about a post up, that means divorce. That's what that means to me. That means you trying to divorce. So I'm not mad at her for not coming to you first, sir. But she does come to you and tell you, hey, I talked to so-and-so about such and such, and I want to see how you feel about it. For you to be just going all around the world and talking to people about going to an attorney, and then you try to say, I didn't go to a divorce attorney. I went to an attorney, and Leticia was right. Well, then how did divorce come up? Well, I mean, I just asked her about protecting my assets. Sir, that whole conversation was about the posting up and divorce. It is what it is. Now, I'm with you, Raven. I agree. Now, in the grand scheme of things, do I really care? Because at this point, I don't care nothing about Leticia and Glenn, because you're not going nowhere. And he know you're not going nowhere. And that's why y'all play this game. And I just feel like at this point, y'all playing in our faces, and production is letting y'all play in our faces. Because I don't a bit more believe that Leticia is going to leave that man than the man in the moon. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I mean, do I think that there are times when he irritates you? And do I think there are times when you might feel like you want to get froggy and jump? Sure. But do I think that you really about to do it? No. And I just feel like we are on season 7? Season 8? We are on season 8 at this point, and you just playing in our faces. And so at this point, I don't care no more. So moving right along. Then we have this situation where we had two situations this episode where we had a husband ask his mother to talk to his wife, and then we had a wife ask her mother to talk to her husband. Now, I've never been married before. I've never been married before. So y'all feel free to get me together, my married people, my ex-married people. Feel free to get me all the way together. Feel free to be like, no, really, B, you don't understand. I have a really big problem with people sending other people to have conversations at this point. Now, I'm not going to say I ain't never done it. We've all kind of been like, well, you talk to her. No, you talk to her. No, you. We've all done that to a certain extent. But this situation with Latrice's mom talking to Cliff about Latrice wanting to have a baby, Cliff was like, I mean, me and my mother-in-law, we cool. She said what she got to say, and she's straightforward, but we don't talk like that. We don't talk one-on-one. Now, if they had a relationship where maybe they talked outside of you and stuff, maybe. But it doesn't seem like they do. It doesn't seem like they have that type of a relationship. So you done sent your mama to go talk to your husband, daddy about having a baby. I just think that's a setup for disaster, because first of all, and y'all might be surprised at what I'm getting ready to say. Y'all might be surprised at what I'm getting ready to say. I'm with Cliff on this one. Let's be clear. Latrice, you have every right to want to have a baby when you're ready to have a baby. You have every right to want to wait. 10 years ago, you weren't ready to have a child. You have every right to say, I'm not ready. There are things I want to do first, and I'm not ready to have a child yet. You are 100% within your right to feel that way. I'm not going to tell you don't have a right to feel that way. However, Cliff also has every right to say, I wanted a baby. I've been begging you to have a baby. I've been begging you to have a baby for the last 10 years. And I finally accepted the fact that you didn't want kids because you kept saying, I don't want kids. You weren't saying, I don't want kids yet. You weren't saying, I'm not. You were saying, I don't want children, period, full stop. A couple of seasons ago, when you thought you were pregnant, you was going to go straight and have, have a situation, have a procedure. You were clear. So now that your husband has accepted what you told him, meaning, okay, you don't want kids, I accept that you don't want children. I am accepting what you are telling me. Now that your husband is saying, I have accepted that. Now you coming back around saying, you know what? I do want a child. Again, she has every right to change her mind. But that doesn't mean Cliff got to be like, okay, here you go. He has every right to say, well, I don't want to be, I'm 57 years old. I don't want to be 67 years old with a 10-year-old. 77 years old with a 20-year-old. Like, that's not what I want. At this point, I have grandkids. I have raised my kids, and I'm ready to, like he said, I'm ready to travel. I'm ready to live off of the fruit of my labor. Like, I worked my ass off. I got money now. I'm comfortable, and that's what I want to do. And see, that is the risk that you run when you marry an older man. Because I think that's a very valid concern for him to be like, yeah, that's not what I want. That's not where I am right now. Now, the question though is, now we're at a crossroads, and what we're going to do about it. And again, I guess we'll see that play out. But I didn't like the fact that she sent her mama. Like, that man already told you he didn't want a kid and that he was just going to go ahead and have him a vasectomy because he don't want you to even trick him. He don't want to slip up. He don't want to have a oops. You know what I mean? He said, I didn't like that. It just was weird, Next, we have Marie going on her date. I'm going to just go ahead and be honest with y'all. Can I be honest and tell y'all, I fast forwarded through most of that, so I don't even know what happened. I mean, I saw what they were doing. So tell me about yourself. What do you do for a living? How many kids do you have? I got to that part, and then I just kind of was like, okay, I don't really care nothing about this. So I fast forwarded. I stopped when I saw him singing, and then I fast forwarded again. Listen, I guess it was a good first date. I don't know. Marie looked cute. I like the dress. I thought she looked nice. And when the man gave her a compliment on her makeup, which was interesting. Again, I'm not trying to insinuate nothing. A man can appreciate a woman with makeup without it being more, without it being a deeper thing. I'm not trying to insinuate anything about the man but I was just like, when she was like, oh, I don't need no makeup. I have flawless skin. I just want to let you know that. I don't need no makeup. I just want to let you know I don't need the makeup. And I was like, okay, like, why you can't see this one? See, I'm about to say something else that y'all ain't gonna like. I'm about to say something else that y'all not gonna like. But why do women always have to be so hard? And when I say women, I'm not talking about all women, y'all. I'm not talking about all women. But I'm saying women. Okay, let me just say, I don't even know. Can I say a certain type of woman? I don't know what I'm gonna say here. But why do we sometimes as women have to be so hard? Just say thank you. If y'all date long enough, that man gonna see you without makeup. And then you can say, see, look at me without makeup, baby. I'm barefaced, fresh skin. Why can't we just take a fucking compliment sometimes? I think sometimes women are so hard, and women who've had to be, let me put that on there. Women who've had to be. Why do women who've had to be mama, daddy, entrepreneur, breadwinner, auntie, cousin, like, why we gotta be so fucking hard all the time? That man gave you a compliment, just say thank you. And then she kept saying it. It wasn't even like she said it one time. She kept saying it, and you could tell he didn't know what to do with that. You could tell that he was just like, oh, okay. Like, damn. Just take the compliment, girl. And I do that. I have had to catch myself sometime. If somebody tell me that my outfit looks nice, I've had to catch myself and just say thank you too. Right? I've had to do that. But I don't know where we get that from, where we can't just take a fucking compliment. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. She needs to get that man a chance. She gave that white man a chance, and that looked like a mismatched child because it wasn't real. That was some fake shit. Right, Raven, just say thank you. Just thank you. We need to practice that. We need to practice just receiving. Just thank you. And again, I'm guilty because I have caught myself, people saying stuff, and I've had to catch myself and then we always gotta explain stuff. That's a cute outfit. Oh, girl, you know, I just put this on. You know, this is like, thank you. Just thank you. Anyway, so the date was what it was. Now, this next scene irritated me. This next scene irritated me so bad. This whole storyline with Carrie and her mother-in-law, I'm going to tell you now, I don't like it. Right, Tawana said I did the same thing when I first got my hair colored. I said thank you, but you don't know the drama behind it. Yeah, we did have a whole conversation, but that, you know, I didn't feel that you were. But you're right. You know what? You're right. We just have to learn to take the compliment. You're right. So here's my problem with this whole situation. Because we're gonna wrap this whole thing up because this was pretty much the rest of this and Latrice. So we're gonna get to this. So first of all, Carrie said, and this is where I caught her in a lie. When Carrie's mama and her mother-in-law first showed up at the house, Carrie was like, "Oh, Matt mama thinks she said she want to talk to me, and I don't know what she want to talk to me about, and she like to pop up. So I got another pop-up. I got a pop-up ready for her. I got my mama here." So when you were first talking about it in the beginning, you said you knew that Matt's mama was coming, and you asked your mother to come so you wouldn't feel like it was no ambush type of thing because you ain't know what she wanted to talk to you about. But later on, when you were talking to Matt, you were like, your mama pop, you know, your mama usually pop up on me. Well, my mama popped up, and then guess who else popped up? It wasn't no popping up. That was a planned conversation. So that's number one. There was no popping up. Number two, I didn't like how Matt tried to act like he didn't understand why his mama was there and what his mama wanted to talk about when he actually asked his mama to go talk to her about exactly what he wanted his mama to talk to her about. So why is Matt acting like, I don't know? I mean, well, what did she say? Well, what did she want to talk to you about? Well, how did it go? I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Now, let's assume that this is a real storyline because shit, I don't know if it is or it's not. But I didn't like it because I felt like, again, that goes back to what I was saying before about why are you asking your mom to go and talk to your wife about something you have an issue with? He's talking about, well, she's not listening to me. I don't think that she's not listening because it sounds like she might be dragging her feet as far as the restaurant, the brick and spoon is concerned. But it does sound like she made a decision that she knows she's got to sell it. Maybe she's not, because we saw a whole conversation when she was talking to her business partner about putting it on the market and how they had one buyer, but then it fell through. So it doesn't sound like she's not hearing you. It sounds like maybe she's not doing it the way you want her to do it, but it doesn't sound like she's ignoring you. It doesn't sound like she's not hearing you. You said, am I tripping? So then, do I think Matt's mom was putting on a little extra for the camera? I do. I think Matt mama showed up to give us the whole, because I told y'all every reality show got to have one crazy mama. And when I say crazy, I don't mean no disrespect, like crazy, but I'm saying crazy. Y'all know what I'm saying. It seems like, why does every reality show have to have that mama? And it ain't even just a black mama. On the white shows, they got them too. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Sutton mama is a whole situation. Okay. On the Real Housewives of Miami, we had Marisol's mama. She was a whole situation. You know, I don't know nobody on the Real Housewives of New York. I can't think of nobody over there. Rhode Island, we got Joellen's mama, who hasn't really shown herself to be a situation yet, but it's season 1, and I think Alicia's parents, I think they got potential. I think her mama got potential over there. Salt Lake City. Well, Heather's mama, they don't have no good relationship. I guess we don't really have nobody on Salt Lake City, do we? Mary's mama, before she passed away, but she was never really on the show. But I'm just saying, and on the Real Housewives of Dallas, we had Mama D. We had a whole nother Mama D over on the Real Housewives of Dallas, and she was a piece of work. You hear me? She was a piece of work. I might have to go back. We're going to have a whole video on the Real Housewives of Dallas. We're going to talk about that. That's one of those things that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about, and I just haven't had the time. Well, we're going to have the time this summer. We're going to talk about it. But it seems like we just have to have that mama that's that extra over the top. And in this situation, it's her mama. Her mama is extra and over the top. So she showed up on some bullshit. And then they even insinuated that his mama got a drinking problem, because he going to say, well, you shouldn't have let her drink. What you mean? And then she going to say, well, she bought the drink with her. So did you just throw your mama out there on Front Street that she got a drinking problem? I mean, so we just going to say that's why your mama was acting up, because she got a drinking problem? Browin's mama, thank you. Salt Lake City, Browin's mama, thank you, Felicia. Yup. Because Browin's mama was a trip too. Yup, thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Browin mama was a trip. Baby, them eyebrows, yes. Eyebrows. Okay. So so they get to talking about, and she was like, well, you're not taking care of my son. You're not doing it for my son. And where are you? You out, you traveling, you this, you that. I mean, are you cooking now? And I was just like, I mean, from the door. And here's my other issue. You can tell that the two of them already don't get along. You can tell that there's history there, that there's already some tension there, that there's like, because Carrie was quick, and so was the mama. Like, as soon as she walked in the door, the mama was talking shit. But Carrie was ready for her. Like, Carrie was giving it right back to her. And I just felt like maybe some people are amused with that, but I'm not. It didn't amuse me, and I didn't like it. And I felt like I didn't like the fact that Matt sent his mama there with those intentions, knowing his mama was going to cut up. I didn't like the fact that we're coming in the middle of, I guess, a 20-year-long battle between the two of them. Because let me tell you something. When Matt's mama said, well, you pursued my son, he didn't pursue you. I said, I'm sorry, what? And then Carrie was like, well, we pursued each other. Like, my thing is, if they've been married and they've got, what, 2 or 3 kids at this point, it don't matter who pursued who. They've been together. And then she said, well, y'all done broke up, or he done left. She was like, and then Carrie was like, and he always comes back. I was like, why did y'all drop us in the middle of this fucking telenova? Because it's clear that there's already been some issues here. And I don't know how much of that was being exaggerated for the camera, but I don't think all of it was. I think there is already some tension there. Do I think maybe it's being exaggerated for the camera? Maybe. But I think there's already some tension there. And I had a problem with that. Why y'all put me here? Why am I here? Sorry, in real life, I wouldn't have a relationship with the mother-in-law. I wouldn't have a relationship with her ass either. But it doesn't seem like I don't feel like Carrie does. I don't feel like Carrie does, but I do feel like Carrie is willing to exploit the dysfunction of that relationship for the purposes of this show. I don't think they're making it up for the show. I think they're exploiting it for the show. Now that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. What's up, really being tribe? Yes, Matt did tell his mom to talk to her. In my opinion, Carrie is a piece of work, but his mom brought some funky energy. She did. Because I think Carrie was on 20 before the mama got there too. That's why I said I feel like this is I really feel like this is already some stuff there. I feel like Carrie was on 20. I feel like his mama was on 20. And that's why I did not understand why you would tell your mama to go and talk to her. Anytime you need backup, that's a problem. And the fact that my husband knows damn well we don't get along and he continues to encourage it, I would cuss his ass out too. Sure, you better say it for the people in the back. You better say it for the people in the back. I felt like it was two women fighting over a man. Ooh. Nikki, you might have hit a nail on the head. Baby, I do feel like his mama is one of those mamas that can't let go. Because why? Let me say this. Why are you worried about? You're just too vested in their marriage. And she wants Carrie to just sit at home and take care of the kids while her husband goes out and works. Well, I hate to be the one to sit here and tell you, mama, Matt's mama, but Matt just quit his job. So who do you think is keeping the family afloat right now while he starts his company? And let's be clear, it's nothing wrong with that. That's what marriages do. We support each other. You want to pursue your dreams. You want to get out of corporate America and you want to branch out and you want to do your own thing. I'm going to support that wholeheartedly. But what is financially allowing you to make that decision is the fact that I work my ass off and I have these businesses over here. So please don't disrespect or diminish how I'm running my household and how we're moving in this marriage, because the things that I'm doing is allowing your husband the freedom to do what he wants to do. Let's call a thing a thing. And that is what I would have said. I broke up an engagement because I wasn't putting up with that man's, not raggedy mama for the rest of my life. Not the raggedy mama. Not the sheep. Oh, y'all cutting up in the chat now. Yeah, they clearly do not have a relationship. In my opinion, there really is no relationship there. So I didn't like it. Later on in the episode when Carrie and Matt were talking, I didn't like that. I didn't like the way that Matt was acting stupid. Like he wasn't the one that sent his mama over there and gave his mama the ammunition. I didn't like the fact that he was trying to make it seem like Carrie was being unreasonable and Carrie was a problem. And why can't you just listen to mama? No, see, that's disingenuous and I didn't like that. And again, I don't know how much of this is being exploited for a storyline and how much of this is real, but I don't think it's all fake. I think there's a lot of validity there, whether these people are using the show as an outlet to say how they really feel and really put out there how they really feel, or if well, ain't no or if it's to it. I think that's what they doing, child. Nobody you listen to what Matt said in the past, and currently he's paying all the bills. How he paying all the bills? What I'm saying, okay, so this is what I'm saying. He can't be paying all the bills if he just quit his job. That's my point. My point is, so here's what I'm saying. If Matt was the only person paying bills in that home, Matt would not have the freedom to be able to quit his job, because how are the bills being paid? So now that Matt has quit his job and he's starting his own business, how are the bills being paid? Now, I hear what you're saying. Maybe they had the type of marriage where he paid the bills and she kept her money, which I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's my opinion. I don't believe that Carrie is pocketing all of her money. I just don't believe that. That doesn't even make, I don't. He did say that previously. He said what's up, DeMarcus? He said previously that he's paying all the bills. I hear y'all. What I'm saying is, and again, I'm not in these people's finances. Him paying all of the bills, what does that mean? Because when men ask their wife to be home more or pay attention, the wife doesn't listen and affairs coming soon. Okay, so what I'm saying is this. Where I'm sitting, and again, I don't know, but where I'm sitting, when somebody says I pay all the bills, here's what I feel like. He pays the mortgage. He pays the car note. He pays the car insurance. Got it. But what happens now? He has quit his job, y'all. There is no income. Who's paying the bills right now while he gets his company started? You could tell by the way he said, well, you know, I've quit my job and I've stepped out on this venture with a business partner. And yeah, we've got some things to wrinkle out. We got some things to work out, but hopefully in the future, you know, Major League Baseball is going to see us, which means that he's not making no money right now. So that's what I mean. And I hear what y'all are saying, but Carrie even agreed that she does not have to work. But who's paying the bills right now? That's all I'm saying. I don't believe that Carrie is not spending. See, when people say I pay all, and this is my opinion, y'all. So I don't know these people. I don't know they business. But when people say I'm paying all the bills, they're talking about those household bills, those the utilities bills and stuff like that. Who's taking care of them kids? Aftercare, daycare. Who's taking care of these kids when they have to go? And now that he done quit his job, whose insurance are they on? See what I'm saying? He done quit his job. Who done picked up this? Who's paying the insurance? Are they under Carrie's insurance policy now with her businesses? Like, I don't believe that. I hear what y'all are saying and I understand what y'all are saying. But what I'm saying is now that he no longer has a 9-to-5, somebody is picking up the slack. That's all I'm saying. And I don't disagree with you. Was it P? Hold on. It's PTWYT. I don't disagree with you when you say when a man tells you he's not feeling, you know, taken care of and all of that. I agree. Those are the buzzwords. And again, I'm not giving a men an excuse or giving them but those are the buzzwords. I agree. Those are the buzzwords, you know. I think he's a retired baseball player and he quit doing the consulting work. So I think he still has baseball money. He is paying. Now listen. Y'all know, listen, let's talk about how long he played baseball. What was his salary when he played baseball? Because we went through this whole thing with old boy on Married to Medicine, former NFL player, and come to find out he only played for like 3 years and he made like the league minimum. So let's keep it in perspective because I don't know. But let's keep it in perspective about what he played for. He played baseball. I don't know. How long did the man play baseball? What Carrie last name? Let's look him up. What Carrie last name? What that man name? Matt what? What's her husband last name? Let's find out how long he played baseball. He says she's being selfish for not wanting to sell the restaurant because it would ease the financial burden on him. But she says she's picking up the financial burden. Remember, she said she's using her influencer money to pay the bills. That's his name, Matt Paul. Okay, hold on. Let's Google Matt Paul. Let's Google his baseball career. Let's look him up. Okay. What? All right, let's look him up. He played baseball for 1 year. Come on, y'all. They are not. You don't even get benefits after 1 year. You don't get retirement after 1 year. She said she's using her influence. Right. That's what I'm saying, LNV. She said that she's using her influencer money. Child, it's not even coming up. Let me see. Let's see what's coming up. Searching the web. Okay. It says if you're referring to Matthew Paul, he was a professional baseball infielder, who played the Los Angeles Dodgers minor league baseball system. He was primarily a second baseman and batted and threw right-handed. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me make sure I'm talking about the right one first. Let me make sure I talk about the right one. Okay, it's the right one. Okay, so he was drafted by the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 18th round in the 2004 Major League Draft. He played in the minor league system from 2004 to 2005. And then he was with teams including Gulf Coast Dodgers, Columbus Catfish, and the Vero Beach Dodgers. He appeared in 61 minor league games and recorded 30 hits, blah, 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 blah. Now, his brother played in Major League Baseball. He played with several teams. His brother played in the major leagues. So all of that, he living off of, he's not paying all the bills off of his minor league baseball salary that he earned 10 years ago. I'm sorry, y'all. We're not doing that. We're not going to turn this man into Derek Jeter. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And don't get me wrong, y'all. Don't get me. Yeah, we about to move on, Cheryl. Don't get me wrong. I'm not diminishing that man's accomplishments because he still worked his ass off. He did something that a lot of people aren't able to do, and he is still working in that field. That's not all I'm saying. I'm not going to try to diminish that. But what we're not going to do is sit here and pretend like they live in large off of that salary. They're not. And I understand that they say he pays the bills. When I hear pays the bills, I hear mortgage, utilities. She didn't already say she uses her influencer money to keep brick and spoon going. She said that when they bought their house, it was a fixer-upper, and she didn't pay. She didn't say she paid for it, but she said she spearheaded the project. So anyway, all I'm saying is, let's move on. All I'm saying is that whole situation just irritated my soul. And I don't like the way that Matt is leveraging his mom against Carrie. I just don't like it. There was a conversation with Marie, Tambra, and Latrice where we found out that Latrice has been, well, we already talked about that. I mean, we already found out with the conversation with Cliff and Latrice's mom that she keeps pushing back her surgery. She keeps pushing back her surgery, talking about something she got to take care of the businesses and this, that, and the other. Well, she lets the ladies know that, she's ready to have a baby. Now, Maria's a little skeptical. Maria's a little skeptical. I'm not skeptical. I think Latrice really does want a baby. I think she has changed her mind. Let me say this. I don't think Latrice, I think there was a part of Latrice that did want kids. I just think that she wasn't ready. And I think there's a part of her that's afraid that she's not going to be a good mother. Do you think Tambra needs to show her real life more? Child, yeah, we done already talked about that. Yes, absolutely. I don't know how she gets away with doing nothing. I mean, she had that one little episode where she finally showed us her baby girl. But yeah, no, Tambra don't listen. And I mean, the situation with her dad, and I'm not, no disrespect at all, but she was sort of forced into that storyline because it happened while they were filming. Had that happened when they weren't filming, I don't think we would know anything about Tambra's dad. I think we might have got a cursory, throwaway conversation about it. I don't think we would have filmed. With her at the house with her mom and having I don't think she would have given us any of that. Honestly, I don't. I know that old girl, what's her name? Leticia's friend that nobody liked. What's old girl name, y'all? The one that Tambra got mad at. Right. Yeah, after fibroid surgery is definitely hard. It's going to be hard. Thank you. So Debonair, yes, y'all hit that like button. There's 100 of y'all in here. Hit that like button, please. But Leticia's friend, as much as she irritated me and as much as I wasn't crazy about her, quiet as kept and loud as it is, she the reason why we even got that storyline from Tambra this season with her showing us her baby. She the reason. When she told Tambra, well, word on the curb is that you and old boy are pretending and y'all ain't really together and you dating, you dating old boy over here, the Dr. Smoothie, you dating him over here. Quiet as kept and loud as it is, the most we've gotten out of Tambra were those three episodes after Shantae. Those 3 episodes after Shantae came down here and showed her ass. So I mean, I ain't necessarily crazy about Shantae, but she did force Tambra into a storyline. I'm just saying. Now, one thing I'm gonna say about Marie, I can appreciate that Marie be 10 toes down for Leticia, and Marie was not wrong when Marie told the ladies that the way Selena handled that situation was wrong, and that she shouldn't have come and talked to them before she went and talked to Leticia. Let me tell y'all what pisses me off. And I don't know how much of this is production and how much of this is on them, but let me tell y'all what pisses me off. They gonna say, well, she didn't see, she saw us first. She didn't see Leticia first. As if she don't have Leticia's phone number. As if she can't pick up the phone and call her. Now, I get it. We want to have this on video. Like, we want to have it for the show. All you had to do was call production and say, look, I'm going to call her. Get the phone call. Set them cameras up. Or I'm going to invite her over here. But y'all purposely wanted to embarrass that woman and do it in the group. The girl was over your house. You knew about the conversation when she was over your house talking about this wedding that we already know your ass was already had under control. That was a bullshit ass scene. Because it ain't nowhere in the world that a woman like you don't even know nothing about your wedding this close to your wedding date. I wasn't buying it. So you could have just as easily filmed that bullshit story and then said, Leticia, before you leave, I need to talk to you about something. The cameras were there. And then you still could have had the conversation with the ladies down to the yoga at Latrice's house. And then you could have added more to it. Because you could have been like, look, y'all, I got something to tell y'all. Listen, Glenn did this, that, and the other. And when Leticia came to my house last week to help me out with the wedding, baby, I told her. And this is what she said. This was her reaction. Baby, it's a mess. It would have added more to the conversation. But I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that y'all, and then y'all sitting there defending it. It wasn't even like that. I mean, she saw us first. Y'all act like this is 1865 and you can't tell nobody nothing until you see them in person or write a letter. What the fuck? You could pick up a phone. You could have sent a text. You could have sent an email. You could have had a conversation when she was already in your house because you knew when she was in your house and the cameras were there. So I don't know how much of that we're going to put on Selena being messy and how much of that production said, no, don't tell her yet. We're going to wait. Like, I don't know if production made her do it. I don't know. But either way, it was messy. If it was on production, it was messy. And if it was on Selena, it was messy. I'm not giving y'all no passes. What up, Chucky Chuck? I think she was trying to get her back. Now, that she might have been on some get back. She might have been. Because she felt some kind of way that Leticia didn't tell her about the baby situation, child. So she might have been. The last thing we kind of already talked about, and I don't really have a whole lot more to add to it, is Latrice and Cliff down to the lake fishing. Latrice tell Cliff that she want to have a baby. Cliff told her no. And basically Cliff let her know, because here go Latrice, she going to act like she don't know what the mama, what my mama want to talk about. Oh, what my mama say? Girl, you know what your mama wanted to talk to him about, and you know what your mama said, and you probably know what he said to your mama. And the mama even said, well, I'll help with the baby. I mean, I'll come and help with the baby. He said, we retired you 2 years ago and you still working. What you mean you're going to retire and come help with the baby? He said, people always say they're going to help until it's time to help. I said, I know that's right, Cliff. People always say they're going to help until it's time to help. Oh, Chuck said, Selena also put some sauce on the story. Help me. Did Boosie say he saw a lawyer and talked about the post-up, or did he say he went to a divorce lawyer? I'm going to say this. I don't know if he used the words divorce lawyer, but what I do know is when he was talking to Selena's fiance, when he was talking to Mike, he did talk about divorce. So I don't know if he said I talked to a divorce lawyer, but Because I understand what you're saying, because I felt the same way. I was like, well, did he say he went to a divorce lawyer? But I'm going to be honest, if it were me, that's a distinction with no difference for me. If somebody come to me and tell me my husband went and talked to somebody about a divorce, talked to an attorney about a divorce, I wouldn't care whether the person practices divorce law or not. You took your ass to an attorney to have a conversation and the word divorce came up. I wouldn't care about all of that. To me, all of that wouldn't even matter to me. But I hear what you're saying. I didn't call that man Boosie. Chuck called that man Boosie. I just read Chuck's comment. See, I'm putting it up on the screen. I didn't call that man Boosie. I did not call that man Boosie. Chuck did. I was just reading what he said. Baby, Cliff said he ain't having no baby. Cliff said he ready to travel and he don't want to go to Disney World. Cliff said he's ready to travel and Disney World ain't one of the places he's trying to go. Cliff said that he gonna have that surgery, which pissed Latrice off all over again. And but baby, when Latrice got up and walked off, Latrice said, I'm gonna get what I want, I always do. I said, I believe it. I believe Latrice gonna pop up pregnant. But Sean, and I said that at the beginning of my review, she does go and talk to people, but she always comes back to Glenn. She goes back to Glenn. Glenn didn't come to her. I think Latrice was more pissed off about being blindsided. See, that's the thing. Don't ever let nobody be able to come to me and talk to me about you. Don't ever put me in a position to be embarrassed. Don't ever put me in a position that somebody can come to me and tell me something about you. If you my man, my husband, my man, whatever, don't do that. Don't embarrass me like that. Don't put me in a position for that man to come back around and talk to me about you. That's all I'm saying. And I think that's where Latrice was upset. Corey, we're doing it on tomorrow because I couldn't do it yesterday and JB's out of town for the weekend. He's off tomorrow, so we're going to do it tomorrow in the in the morning time. I'm not sure the exact time. It's going to be on JB's channel. I'm not sure the exact time, but we're going to do it before tomorrow's episode. So it'll be before 2:00. But that was pretty much the episode. We can go right into Heart and Hustle Houston. JB in them streets, honey. We can go right into Heart and Hustle Houston. I do have the redirect on, but sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, child. So I'm gonna meet me over there and right now I'm about to end this and then go right over there. So meet me over there and we're gonna talk about Heart and Hustle Houston before I get out in these streets. Okay. All right. Mwah.